Right, we've got a new phone. I haven't put my SIM in yet because I can't remember all my passwords and I don't want to bugger everything up. But I thought I'll do the video on it and see what you think to it. Because it make my life so much easier if I can do it on here. So 12th of March 2026. The song I had to look up because I didn't know it, and it's one two-letter word, as AS by Stevie Wonder. I must have heard it at some point, but I don't know it. So yeah, as it's called, and it's something about just growing as a person, I think. Anyway, let's see. So we've got 8th house of Scorpio, we've got Pisces, which is the card for today, and Pluto. So the card for the day is the Hanged Man, which is about boundaries, borders, fences, your personal boundaries. It's about not being a victim, not playing the martyr, doing things that you don't want to do just because you think it's going to get you somewhere. It's about sacrifices, it's about feet and toes, it's about the liver. So that's covered that one. The name I have connected with it is Paul, but it is today's card, so it's neutral. So let's see. It's the watery part of the chart of prisoners, poets, artists, the outcasts, really, being suspended, and unfortunately suicides. But it is neutral because it's today's card. There he is, 4th place. So you are playing the victim or the martyr today. Don't do that. Put your boundaries in place. Let's see where we're going. So that's Prometheus. He tried to give humanity fire to skip a step because he thought, oh, they're not getting there fast enough and I need to help. So he was well-meaning. However, the gods were cheesed off with him, so they hung him up to dry for 9 days and 9 nights by his feet. And every night, the hawk, which is Aries or Scorpio, which we've got in the dice, would come down and pick his liver out. And then the gods would heal him, and he'd go through it again the next day. So they'll make you go through this thing over and over again until you learn your lesson, until you realise that sometimes enabling people isn't helping them. Because while he was hung up there, and he'd given them fire, they went off to have barbecues and what have you. Nobody thought to bring him a drink, nobody thought to feed him, nobody thought to cut him down. So sometimes when you think you're helping, you're not. So let's see. Yeah. So we'll have to read the song carefully because it's obviously important, but there's no clue in the title. So the bird in the gilded cage, and that poor bloke's got his head in his hands again. He's got everything he needs. He's got a nice house, he's got all the gadgets. He's 5 years at least. He's not poor, but he feels isolated, lonely, erased, even invisible to some. And something has to end here. But the soul will live on because the body is just a shell. Eclipse, I don't know when the next eclipse is, but 10 weeks. What doesn't kill us makes us stronger. It's an end to pain, physical and emotional. It's a learning curve, I believe, but something or someone may have passed or will pass, and or something will end. Keep your dreams alive. You have many options, more than you know. So try to choose one and focus there. Then we've got today's card, which is in the negative, the snake in the grass. There's people that are laughing and having the barbecue while you're hanging about because of you helped them. Then we have a good and generous leader. We don't see many of them about at the minute. 4 or 31. Fathers, bosses, government officials, the main man in your life. Success and business and protection. But there is lies, deceit and theft, and it is Aries. And we've got Aries and Scorpio there again, a failure because somebody's gone off with the victory wreath. And something that was once beautiful, another 10. So it has come to an end, or will come to an end. Or it's warning you that it doesn't get any better than this. And it takes a lot of effort to keep it that good. And then we have the number 10. A change for the better, a run of good luck. So, the 10 then, can't be the 10th of this month, it's already gone. Could be October, could be your dawn number. If so, I'm very happy because my dawn number's 10 now. So, 4, 31 and 10. Beautiful energy, but you must remember that something is coming to an end, and you have to put your boundaries in place and not enable people to take advantage of you. Don't be the victim, don't be the martyr. 10 is Jacqueline and Oscar. A run of good luck. So 2 endings there, emotionally and in your thought process, especially the way you speak about things, because there's lies here. Yeah, there it is. The Hermit, Virgo, hospital doors, health issues will be healed. It's about leaving. Buddha left the palace with all its riches and his family and everything behind to become a hermit. He'd had enough of this life where nobody was taking any notice of him. He went and sat on a mountain top and became his true self. He did a pilgrimage, 9 and 27. We have loads of names connected to this. Millie, Mike, Darren, Susan, Julie, Walter, all very important. You need to know that you're not going to walk this journey alone. Someone in spirit or flesh will walk beside you. They will send someone. But most of all, it's about you deciding to turn your back on something that no longer belongs in your life. So that's Pisces leaving the building. We've got Pisces there again. So Pisces left Neptune, didn't it? And now Aries is there. So we've got more fire and passion and less emotion involved. There is a bond here that cannot be broken. It brings about 9 cups because we've got 7 and 2 there. So that is the yes answer. This bond is true. It's a mutual thing. And there it is again. We've got a 10. An ending. Something has got as good as it's going to get. It's going to take a lot of effort to keep it there. 10 months. So it could be October. And then your dreams are shattered. So suddenly, all these dreams that you had, building this ivory tower for yourself, it's now become a prison. And you need to focus now on what you really want from life, not on the finer things of life. There's another 10. So we are coming to the end of stability, emotional and financial, and communications. So communications may end. There we have the man of passion, Aries in the minor arcana now. So Aries in Neptune. We know it's in Neptune. Where's my other phone? Aries in Neptune. Honouring the dead, the ancestors, and making a decision. Mercury retrograde. We know there is a rejection here, abandonment issues, but we are going to make a decision. We are no longer going to protect others, be in denial or doubt or let someone have us over a barrel, blackmail-wise. Orphans, somebody feels orphaned and abandoned, erased. So, let's have a look at the chart so far then. We have, obviously, Pisces, which is important because it's in the dice, Sun. We have Pisces in Mercury. We have Aries in Venus, Pisces in Mars, Aries in Saturn. So it's a lot of energy. Aries in Neptune. Pluto is the only different one. It's got Aquarius. The True North is in Pisces. So there's a lot of Pisces Aries energy. Water and fire, causing steam. The Ascendant is Virgo. Well done, Spirit. And then we've got Chiron in Aries, which is healing. Ceres in Aries. Pallas in Pisces. And DC in Pisces. So there's a lot going on with Aries and Pisces, isn't there? Aries is in the 8th house. Well done, Spirit. And Pisces is in the 7th house of partnerships. 8th house is death and rebirth. So we have it, a death there, so that we can be reborn. But there is a rejection. Your name's not down, you're not coming in. Somebody's closing the door in your face. As turning your back on everything or everyone you've ever known or believed to be true, because it's all been lies. All been lies. Yeah, they haven't got you over a barrel anymore, so end with it and begin with it. You can no longer be influenced. You are going to take your sword and speak your truth and sever ties with what no longer serves you, because these are not your people, these are not your team, and the foundations were never strong enough. It was never meant to last. You are coming home, or someone is coming home to who they truly are. Because they're tired of wasting the time, energy and breath on people that don't listen. No longer trapped in the thoughts, blaming and shaming. They're standing up for themselves. They're not fearing the future anymore. They're just going to say it how it is. There's the Scorpio energy. So death and rebirth, the 13, Hannah. And Nick. So somebody's staying in the comfort zone. They refuse to do this. You must love yourself first. No, regardless of what they're going to do, you have to make your dreams come true. Because the definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting a different outcome. You must take a different path. There's Pisces. Well done, Spirit. You must turn your world upside down to see things from a different angle. No longer suspended, no longer hung, freed from prison of your mind or of other makings. Stand on your own 2 feet and learn to say no, and then you will be happy. There could be a house move, a celebration that's coming, a rejection, like I said, but it is a happy event of a new home, a new residence, a new foundation. So, very, very good. Yeah, it looks great, because finally the victims are turning into the victors. The ones that learn to say no. Perfect. So once you learn to say no and stand up for yourself, the world is a better place. 8th house, obviously, death and rebirth, and we've got it there, Scorpio. The snake year is over. It ended in February. It's about the reproductive organs, shared resources, funeral parlours, cemeteries, labour wards, ancestral property. So labour wards, it could well be. Hospital doors. Interaction, shared resources, birth, death, rebirth, regeneration, sexual unions, integration, self-sacrifice, expanded awareness, inheritances, other people's money, and metaphysics. Secrets revealed. This is the point where we find out the lies. And we move beyond self-awareness to global awareness. It is Plutonian, there's the Pluto, where death is met. And there we have the death. So we have met death in some way, shape or form. The one great certainty of life and the one most feared. But we don't fear it anymore. And the expanded state of consciousness is encountered. On a mundane level, this is shared resources, monetary gain, and things that are inherited, possibly a house. The sign on the cusp describes how easily resources are shared and how altruistic someone can be. So, like this gentleman here learning that material things don't make you happy. Pisces or Neptune in the 8th house may indicate an inheritance that slips through one's fingers, or the continuation of family pattern of addictions. So we've got Pluto. It's how someone gives of themselves without thought of stuff in return. It also describes your sexual choices. So we've got Pluto in Pisces. Do we have it or don't we? Because I know Pluto's a strange one. Pluto in Pisces. Explosive influences. Plutonian characteristics. No, you see, it's one of them. Pluto in Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Aquarius and Pisces are not included because they was unknown at the time of printing. So we will look it up. What does Pluto in Pisces mean? See, this is why I need to use the other phone because this is ridiculous. Pluto in Pisces. It doesn't enter there until 2043 to 2044. And it signifies a major generational shift towards intense spiritual and mystical and artistic transformation. It represents the dismantling of old rigid structures, following your true path, to create a more compassionate, interconnected world. The key themes will include the rise of digital or virtual reality, eco-consciousness and profound, sometimes chaotic, redefinition of faith. This period is associated with intangible changes in global consciousness. It influences how society handles spirituality, dreams, we've got the dreams there, and hidden, deep-seated issues. So they're going to mess with your mind. Pluto in Pisces enhances collective intuition, leading to the return to mysticism, the exploration of the invisible and subconscious realms. Focuses on AR, VR, and new forms of creative expression, music, film, imagination, and fantasy. It is also for healing. This generation may focus on protecting the earth, particularly with issues surrounding water and sustainable new food systems. They will have to, because they'll have to clean up the mess that's being made now. Potential challenges include increased new forms of addictions, yes, Delusions, yes. Deep social frustration when reality does not match the ideal. This place was last seen in 1798 to 1823, so if you want to see what it's like, have a look at that. Corresponded with the Romantic period, which was a reaction against strict rationalism, favouring free expression, emotion, and the supernatural. There we go. I don't know that I'll last that long, but I would like to see that. So, see my water or with my light on, can you? Let's see what we've got then. Oh, yeah, number 11. We're blue. We're very blue. Partnerships, depression. 11. So we've got 11, 12, 13. They don't make it for no reason. So someone needs you to get in touch. They're very depressed. Someone you know is feeling down. Isolated. There we are. That's where we started. And it's so powerful that you feel you don't know your place in the world. If you're feeling alone and wishing you could find some way of making the pain go away, an end to pain, physical and emotional. Don't do anything silly, because we don't do that, do we? This is a time where you need to reach out. It may be as small as asking a friend over for a talk or picking up the phone. Calling a loved one. Either way, you need to know that you are not alone. You are not alone. I've told you that. Someone walks beside you. Your guides and spirits are always there and have never left you. Even though you feel like there is no one. When you feel distant, ask yourself, is it me that's put up these walls? Have I distanced myself from everyone? What has caused me the pain that I have felt the need to withdraw? Take a moment to think of the things in your life that create joy. It may be an animal, a hobby, a person that makes you smile. Draw on that feeling and make it grow inside of you. Feel the joy, the happiness and the love. Push away the bad feelings and bring your walls down ever so slightly. It's always a good time when you're not feeling your best to ground and protect yourself. Your energy needs to flow as it might get stuck. Do a grounding and protection exercise that feels right for you. Sometimes when we are in a vulnerable state, it leaves us open. It leaves us open to other energies. 1 minute, I'll pause it because I'm just sorry about that. So, don't allow the energies in. It can give you just the lift you need. If this card is for someone you feel is experiencing this, maybe it's up to you to teach them or reach out to them. Maybe they seem as though they don't need help, but deep down it's exactly what they do need. Small acts of kindness can be just what someone needs, especially to those that wear a mask to cover their sadness. So someone needs to give somebody a call, make sure they're alright. Especially if you haven't heard from a while. Nobody's heard from me for a while. It's a big bloody phone, so. Let's have a look. Oh, the Morrigan. Ghosts of the past, you see. We're being haunted, I'm afraid. In our dreams, mostly. Morrigan. There they are. So, psychological warfare. What did I say in the play we read? Fears, patterns of thought, self-defeating attitudes, ghosts, hauntings, tricks and deception, lack of clarity, at war with yourself. You may have seen how a fighter can successfully psych out his opponent when going into battle. Correct mental attitude is all important. If you are at war with yourself, you leave a gap in your defences which your enemy will spot and exploit. If you are fighting for something, you must commit yourself, stand up, be counted completely to your cause. If you have serious doubts, perhaps you need to redefine your goals. Sometimes the only way you can rid yourself of fear is to face your opponent with courage. Do not back down. Do not bend the knee. That's what's needed. Don't let them get in your head, basically. And finally, oh, I left the card over there. There we go. Yeah, number 15. The toxicity is there. Somebody is refusing to shed the skin to evolve to grow, which is sad. So, to evolve to grow, 15. So 14 is the missing number. The deer and the oats. The shy and gentle fallow deer is known for its white spots and the broad velvety antlers. So if you're lucky enough to see a deer, that is your sign. It sheds and regrows each year. Similarly, oats are symbols of restorative nutrition. Even in poor soil, oats can flourish. So even in barren lands, you will flourish, providing hearty sustenance. But you've got to stand up for yourself. You may be feeling overwhelmed and in need of a break. Consider withdrawing for a while to heal in isolation. How do you rest and recharge? I recharge with you lot. I haven't been able to connect to you, so I think that's why my energy is down. What practices nourish your soul? So do what makes you happy. Do what fills your soul. It's very important now. Thanks for listening. Speak soon. Bye bye.